Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a bit of decluttering. I'm going to walk you guys through my collection and we're going to get rid of some stuff. It is time to do this. I know I just did one of these videos about a year ago, maybe even less than that, but I don't think I decluttered quite enough and I am out of room. So today we're going to do part one. I'm going to walk you guys through everything except for my eyeshadow palettes, and then part two will be just focused on all of the eyeshadow palettes. And I'm going to try to be ruthless this time, especially with my eyeshadows. I need to clear some room. If I plan to buy any more eyeshadow palettes this year, if history tells us anything, I definitely will. But more than anything, it's silly for me to hold on to all this makeup that I just will not have time to use. I'm sure someone else can get some good use out of this stuff. So that is what we'll be doing. I'll walk you guys through my collection. We're going to get rid of some things, clear some space, and in the meantime give you a little preview of what I own and what I use and what I'm just not going to be using anymore. Hopefully that sounds like fun. Before we get into it, I want to wish any of you that are new here a special welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please consider subscribing. Make sure notifications are turned on just so you know each time I upload something new. And with that, let's just jump right over and get to it. Okay, so this is drawer number one. I've got my primers, my concealers, all of my brow products, and a couple miscellaneous things in here. I've got powders at the front, and clearly I need to make some room, especially in this area right here. So for primers, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna get rid of any primers right now. I don't have a ton of primers, and I'm pretty happy with all the ones I have right now, so we're just gonna leave that as is. Let's jump over to some concealers. I know I can get rid of this one. This is my Old Flower Beauty concealer. I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. I got this from Winky Lux. I wanted to use this a little bit more to do an update for you guys, but frankly, I used it like once or twice and I just don't like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter it today. I'm gonna declutter my Hope Girl concealer. This one's just about gone and it is almost expired. I've had it for a couple of years, so that one we will go ahead and get rid of. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter my Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I don't dislike this concealer. I just think that I have found better ones, and my skin has gotten drier in the last couple of years, plus it's a few years old. It's probably nearly expired anyway, so we will get rid of that. All right, moving along, I'm gonna get rid of these right here. These are just two of the Butter Glow concealers that are not in my shade. They sent me this entire shade range of this concealer, which you guys know is one of my very favorites, so I will pass that along. I'm gonna keep this one because if I ever have a concealer that is way too light for me, I think it's nice to have a darker one to add a touch of so that you can get it to be the right shade for you. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of my CoverGirl concealer. I thought I liked this concealer a lot, but the last time I used it, I felt like it looked a little dry and cakey. It's possible mine's just a little bit on the old side. I think it's a good value. It's a decent drugstore concealer, but I wouldn't say that it's my very favorite. I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's a Revlon Skin Awaken concealer. I don't think it's bad. There's not a lot of product in it. It's not the easiest one to use. It has one of those sponge tip applicators that you guys know are kind of like a pet peeve of mine. Not my favorite applicator, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along. I like the Candid a lot better than that one, mostly because of the applicator. Got this little tip concealer. I have a couple backups of this. I got this from Yes Style. This one is just old and kind of drying out, so that one can be tossed. I'm gonna declutter my Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. I don't think this one's bad. The shade match was just really off for me. It was a little bit too dark and I just didn't love it. More than anything, I'm sure that's because of the shade, but I just don't need to hang on to that. Another little tiny tip concealer. I have a backup of this one. I like keeping this for when I'm traveling and I'm really wanting to travel light because it's so tiny. I do think it's a good concealer. The shade range is terrible, as with most K-beauty brands, but this one again is quite old. Also, I can probably get rid of this. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Stick Concealer. I just don't really use concealers like this anymore. And that probably holds true for this pot concealer as well. I went through a pot concealer phase a while ago. I don't think this is a bad one, but I just don't use concealers like this anymore. My skin's way too dry for something this heavy. I've got one more way back here. This is a BH Cosmetics concealer. I thought I decluttered this last time. I think another shade must have been lying around. This one's old and they don't even make it anymore, so I'll get rid of this. So that leaves me with all my Candid concealers, some Tarte, I've got some e.l.f., I've got some K-Beauty, my Flower Beauty Co-Sauce, of course my Physicians Formula, my IT Cosmetics, and I think that is going to do it for today. I would have liked to clear out a little bit more room, but I mean, that's a good little, I don't know if you guys can see my stash up here. It's a pretty good stash. Now for some brows, I'm definitely keeping this palette from Sydney Grace. I've been obsessed with that lately, which makes me wonder why I didn't like this. This is just a bite-sized palette from e.l.f. I think I can probably declutter this. Now that I have the other one, I just don't think that I need this. I am going to get rid of this eyeshadow primer. I almost feel, you guys, that I could probably get rid of most of my eyeshadow primers because I just don't use them anymore. I don't find my eyelids crease as much as they did about 5 or 6 years ago. It's just part of getting older and getting more dry. I'm also going to get rid of this Lorac eyeshadow primer, these two. I think the only primer I'm going to keep is my Alter Ego, not even necessarily because I like it better, but I think it's every bit as good as my other ones. Got some clear brow gels that I don't feel like I need all of these, but I like them all. I think I'm going to get rid of the Milani one. The others I do use, depending on what I'm doing with my brows, but sometimes I'll use a clear brow gel if I really want my brows to have like an extra level of staying power. I'll kind of do a wax first and then a pencil or a powder and then top it off with a clear brow gel. So I'll keep these three, get rid of the Milani. Gonna keep my Refi, I'm gonna keep my Bare Edge Brow Fixer and my NYX The Glue. These are all kind of similar to each other. They're more of like a gel-like consistency, like a mix between a tinted brow and a clear brow gel. I'm gonna get rid of this Hard Candy eyeshadow primer. I'm also gonna keep all of my like wax soap products. I like all of these. Got my e.l.f. Shape and Stays we'll keep. Oh, I found one more clear brow gel. I'll just go ahead and keep this one as well. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter my ColourPop. This is not my favorite formula of eyebrow gel. I'm gonna keep the Laka. This is one of my favorites. And I'm gonna keep the BH Cosmetics Laminate Brow Glue. It's more like a glue. I have the Uoma brow pencil. I like shade number 3 much more than number 2. So I'm just gonna keep number 3. Clutter number 2. This is just a mix of a brow gel on one side and a pencil on the other. Got these at Walmart. I don't know if they still have them there. So I've got a couple of brow pens here. This one's more of like a dip brow. I do like this. I don't like the brush that comes with it, but I love the spoolie. I'm gonna keep my Weekend Brow from Milani, and I'll also keep my Revlon, although this one I feel like is gonna be drying out soon. So I'll keep these two, the Brow Wow and the Benefit. Definitely keeping my Precisely My Brow, one of my favorites. A little travel one here as well. I think I also have a backup of that pencil in the back. I think I'll keep all of my e.l.f. ones. I honestly don't use this as much as I used to. When I'm doing like a drugstore or an affordable video, these are always nice to have. And they're one that I recommend the most to people that are just getting started with eyebrow products. I think I'm gonna declutter this Flower Beauty one. It was just a little bit too chubby. I don't know, I didn't love it. The shade was okay. This was the shade Blonde, but I didn't like the chubbier, waxier stick. So goodbye to that one. I'm gonna keep this BH Cosmetics. Here's an old BH Cosmetics one. This one I can declutter. Got 2 backups of my e.l.f. Ash Taupe. I will definitely be keeping those. I have this e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. That one's about gone. I think I can declutter that. Also keep this Revolution Blade Brow. I like this one. Very cheap. You can find that for like $2 or $3 at Walmart, I believe. And I've got a couple of K-Beauty ones. I will keep all of my K-Beauty ones. And I think I even have, hang on, one more right here. I'm gonna keep all my K-Beauty brow pencils. And this is just an old Marc Jacobs one that they don't make anymore, but I still like it. I'll keep it. All right, not a ton, but look at that. Looks much better. Lots more room here. I'm keeping these powders in the front. That is gonna do it for my first drawer. Let's move on to the second. This is all my foundations. I already know one I'm gonna get rid of right off the bat. This one is the IRL Filter Foundation. I don't dislike the formula of this, surprisingly, because it's more of a satin matte finish. The shade F4 is terrible on me. It's this like grayish pink, very cool tone shade that looks completely wrong for my skin type no matter what I try and mix it with. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to that one. I'm gonna get rid of my Candid foundation. This is not my favorite. I don't like the foundation nearly as much as I like the concealer. Kind of on the fence about this Blur one that I tried out. I don't mind the finish of it, but the coverage is just not amazing. I don't know, it's kind of a weird foundation. I kind of feel like it almost behaves like a mattifying skin tint. So I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep my e.l.f. I have a brand new Mise en Snell Repair BB cream. My other one just got used up. Got my Futurist here. I've got the old Makeup Forever HD. That's pretty much gone. I think I did declutter that. Why is that in here? I'm gonna keep my Conceal and Perfect number 3. I think I can get rid of number 1. I want to keep this serum foundation. Everything else I want to keep. What do I have back here? I've got a backup of my Camo CC cream. I think I have a backup of my cosmetics back there as well. So I only got rid of 4, but I don't try as many foundations out as other products. Next up are my lipsticks. Now this drawer is going to be very tricky, you guys, because I have not been using lipsticks lately, hardly at all. So I can already think of a couple. This is an old hard candy one. Don't need that one anymore. I'm gonna get rid of my Color Stay crayon. I don't use these crayon type products almost ever. I'm also gonna get rid of this one, it's a K-Beauty crayon. This is from Bite Beauty. I'm gonna keep my other deeper Bite Beauty shades. These are more like fall shades. I don't use them a lot, but I'm gonna get rid of this e.l.f. balm. I liked this, I just don't use it much anymore, and I can't leave it in my purse because the lid falls off. That's the problem with products like this. I have these lip pencils right here. I don't want to worry about going through these right now. I'll probably just keep all of those for now. Let's get rid of this. Is an old JLo lip color. I love this color, but I don't use it anymore and it's super old. I'm keeping all my matte. I'm gonna keep this Revlon, keep all my Flower Beauty, all of my Juvia's Place. Have a NARS lipstick I'll keep. Keeping my JK Magic. This Revlon one, what even is this? You know what, I don't know. That's not a bad shade. It's called Bare Affair. It's kind of pretty. If I'm gonna use a lipstick, I'll probably grab MAC or Flower Beauty, a Maybelline, or my Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Probably keep this Pat McGrath one. I'm gonna get rid of this KKW Beauty one. I do like these Almay ones. I think I'll keep those. I'll keep my Bite Beauties. I think I'll also get rid of this Revlon one. These were more of like a glossy kind of lipstick. Again, just not one of those products I use very much. I'm only gonna keep one of these. These are the Wet n Wild. I actually really like these. They're a very moisturizing lipstick formula. I think I'm just gonna keep Mad for Mauve, which is a good basic nude shade. So I'll keep that one and I'll get rid of these two. I'm gonna keep all of my Maybelline. I'm gonna keep that CoverGirl. These are all my liquid lipsticks. I'll definitely keep my Persona ones for if I do reach for a liquid lipstick. Those are my favorite. I'm gonna keep these NARS ones even though they're kind of old. This is Story, the Samantha Marsh one. That's actually a really pretty one. I'll keep that one as well. I'm gonna get rid of all 3 of the Physicians Formula ones. Not because they're bad, if I'm gonna use a liquid lipstick, I have other shades that I like a little bit better. I did like the gloss that came with these. And I think that's gonna do it for lipsticks. Okay guys, this is where things are going to get very, very hard. I have a really hard time getting rid of any blushes and bronzers. I'm gonna force myself to get rid of one of these, mostly because I don't use them super often. And they're so cute. These are K-Beauty blushes. They're so, so cute. I really like them. This is a more nude shade. This is like a brighter pink. Let's get rid of the brighter pink and keep the nude. Oh, sorry, Charlie. This is one of Charlie's favorites. Definitely keeping all of my Juicy Pangs. I am definitely keeping all of my Gel Crush blushes. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is the Heart Cookie blusher. Another adorable K-Beauty blush, but this color is way too light. It does not show up on me at all. Keeping my Nabla. I'm gonna keep this blush highlighter duo. I do like this. I'm gonna keep my Patrick Ta, my Honest Beauty, NARS Natalie, keep my Tower 28, Kaja, my Physicians Formula Butter Glow. I'm gonna keep this Pure Nude one, although this one I'm kind of on the fence. It's not that I dislike it, I'm just not sure I picked the right shade. It's a little too light of a pink, like it's a very milky bubblegum pink on me, which just doesn't look quite right. And over here, I'm definitely keeping my Makeup by Mario. This one I'm still kind of testing out. I do really like it. I kind of wish I would have gone with a different shade, but I like the formula of this a lot. Keeping Warm Soul. This one almost got decluttered last time. I'm glad that I kept it because this one's really grown on me. And then I'm going to get rid of my Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur in Blurred Buff. I love this blush, but they don't make it anymore. And I have other shades that are kind of similar to this. So let's say goodbye to this. I'm gonna get rid of this Lottie London one. They don't make this anymore. It's not bad, I just have other colors that are similar to that. Keep all my Persona ones. Let's get rid of this one. This is Always Hazy from e.l.f. Their primer infused shimmer blush. I don't even think they make these anymore, so let's get rid of that. Keeping all of my MAC Glow Plays. These are some of my very favorites. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the Laura Geller. I really like these, but I just have so much that I think someone else could get more use out of this than me. I'm also gonna declutter this Wet n Wild one. Keep my Flower Beauties, keep my Milani Cream Blush, keep my MAC. Definitely prefer the Glow Plays over these, but I'm gonna keep them both. I really like this Uoma one. This is actually a lip product. I really like it for my cheeks though. I think I can get rid of this one. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand. I really like the contour wand. Didn't love the highlighter and the blush quite as much. This one's just a little too dark and too shimmery for me. This was the shade Berry Radiant. I'm also gonna get rid of this one. This is a liquid blush from a K-beauty brand, I Meme. It's a little bit too light on me. It didn't show up quite enough. This is actually just a gift. I can gift someone. This is Work, one of my favorites from Milk. Keeping both of my Romand liquid blushes. I'll keep this one. Keep all of my Persona blush sticks, which I love. All of my Milks, and then all of my Undone Beauties. It's been a while since I've talked about these, but if you have a hard time getting blushes to last on you, these are more of a blush stain than a cream blush. They do not move. So if you need something long wearing, give these a try. You just gotta have a good brush for them. That's the only way to apply those. So not a lot of changes there. Let's move into this drawer right here. This is gonna be tough. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't love these. I like the highlighters. I don't love the blushes in these. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter them. I just don't ever use them. I do really like this Essence blush, even though I don't use it much anymore. I'll hold on to that. I'm gonna keep my Hourglass palette. Even though I complain about this all the time, I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. Definitely keeping my Pat McGrath. I'm gonna keep the Natasha Denona one. Keep my Liss cream blush. I really like this. I need to pull this back out. Keep my blush bombs and my Hot Fuss from ColourPop, even though this one is very messy. It's one of the prettiest blush shades, especially in the wintertime. And then I'm also keeping this one as well, which is actually a lip product, but I love it for my cheeks, K-Beauty Lip Stain. So yeah, not much gone there either. I feel like I have a little bit of room in here if I decide to buy a little bit more. And now over on this side, I've got all my bronzers. Last time I decluttered my bronzers, I got rid of everything I don't use, and I haven't tried a lot since. But I want to try and get rid of just a few more because I am pretty maxed out on space. And I'm sure there are a few in here that I can let go of. Let's start with this right here. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer. I like the liquid highlighter, but this is a little too orange for me, so I'm gonna pass this one along. I also have these two cream bronzer sticks from Essence, the Baby Got Bronze. I actually like both of these, but this cooler toned one it's a little bit cool toned even for me, so I'm gonna get rid of the cool and keep the warmer one. This one's Cinnamon Spice. And I've got these right here. These are from Physicians Formula. They're butter bronzer contour palettes. The light one works pretty good for me. The dark one is obviously way too dark for me, so I will pass this one along. Okay, move those out of the way. I'm gonna slide this forward so you can have a better look at this. Oh, let's get rid of this. This is from Daniel Sandler. I've slowly started to declutter these. I just don't use them. It's a very liquidy formula. It's not really a formula that I enjoy very much. So I'm gonna keep both my NARS. I think I could probably get rid of this one. I actually really like this bronzer. It's one of my favorite super affordable bronzers from the drugstore, but mine's pretty beat up. I don't use it a ton anymore, and the packaging, even the sticker, is starting to fall off. If I decide to, I might repurchase this. This is the shade Sunset Striptease from Wet n Wild, but for now I'm gonna call that mostly finished and used and get rid of it. I feel like I don't need both of these. I don't know which one I like better. You know what, I'm gonna hold off. I'm not sure which of these I like better. I do think the e.l.f. one's a little bit cooler than the Milani, but I kind of like the cooler tone. I think it looks pretty on the skin. So I'm gonna keep playing with these and see if I can maybe narrow it down next time I do a declutter. Okay, one more. I am going to finally get rid of my Too Faced, my OG packaging Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I love this bronzer, but now that my bronzer collection has grown so much, I have so many other powder bronzers that I love, and I never use this. So I'm gonna pass that one along. Maybe one of these days I'll replace it with the more current packaging. I think I can fit this in here now. Yes, that's good. There we go. And then down here we have my setting sprays, my lip glosses and balms. So I have a bunch of these tiny little Laneige lip sleeping masks that I bought on YesStyle for, they're hardly, honestly, there's like a teaspoonful in there, but I thought they'd be cute little gifts. They're all unopened, so I haven't gifted those yet. Definitely keeping my hard candy. You guys, I haven't talked about these for a while. These still are in my purse. Like, I have these with me in my car, in my purse at all times. I do still use these a ton. I'm gonna keep this little scrub. I'm going to get rid of both of these Lorac glosses. They're kind of old and they're not my favorite shade. I'm gonna keep Send Nudes from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna keep this Champagne Glam from e.l.f. It's a really pretty gloss, although the packaging always has, this always happens to it and it gets all sticky and gross, but the gloss is good. I think I'm gonna get rid of this Wet n Wild one. I didn't love this one quite as much as the one that has like the blue sparkles in it, which I think is up in my purse right now. But this one, which is the shade Aquarius, it's not bad, I just don't like it a ton. I'm gonna keep my Pacifica. I've got a couple of these up in my purse. I'm keeping my Sydney Grace ones. Actually, this one right here, this is the shade Tracy. This one's a little too dark for me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the shade Tracy. I'm gonna get rid of this Pacifica lip balm. I like the darker red tinted one. I didn't like these as much as I liked these. They sent me some of their lip products. I liked these ones a lot better, but I'll keep just the red toned one for now, get rid of the other. This is just a clear gloss that my son got me at the Secret Santa shop in 5th grade. So probably like a dollar store gloss, but I'm keeping it anyways. And I think I can get rid of this it's the K-Beauty brand, the same. It was okay, it was a little bit on the sticky side, so I'll get rid of that one. I'm gonna keep my water gloss, this Glasting water gloss. Keep both of my CoverGirl glosses. I think I'm gonna get rid of this shade and this shade. I don't like these two, they're a little bit too orangey on me. Marsh to My Mellow and Marshmallow Madness. I'm gonna get rid of this Hedwig gloss. I know it's like Harry Potter themed. The only thing I think I'm gonna keep in my collection that's Harry Potter themed is the ColourPop palette. I have some other things I think I need to declutter. I can get rid of this one. This is the Liquid Catsuit in the shade Chic Got Real. It's a little bit too blue, like purpley tone for me. I'm gonna keep all of my NYX glosses. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't think this is bad. I got this at Target. It's a little bit concealery looking on my lips. It's the shade Peach. This is from LA Girl. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm also gonna get rid of this Bite Beauty Caramelize. This is a little bit old. I'm also gonna get rid of Salted Caramel from Bite Beauty. I think that is good. I'm gonna keep all of those. All right. All right, over here I have my highlighters. Let's see, keeping my Jacqueline, keeping my Nabla, keeping, you know what, I can get rid of my Master Chrome by Maybelline. This is Rose, what's it called? Rose Quartz, Molten Rose Gold. I like this one, I just don't use it very much anymore, so I think I could get rid of that one. I also have these two liquid highlighters. I'm going to keep the Flower Beauty one and get rid of the e.l.f. I like the color of the Flower Beauty one a little bit better. I'm gonna get rid of my Coty Airspun Loose Space Highlighter. They don't make these anymore. I think this is so beautiful, but it's very messy to use and I don't find myself reaching for it very much. So we will say goodbye to that one. And then I will keep my Wet n Wild Written in the Stars, which is also very sparkly and intense, but it's a little more like glamorous looking. So I'm gonna keep that one instead. I'm gonna keep my Peri Para. This is underrated. I love this highlighter. It's so beautiful. Keep my Revolution, although I like this one. The packaging is broken. I'll keep it for now. I do like this Essence Kiss by the Light highlighter. This is another one of those that I think the more you use it, the better it gets. I'm gonna keep my JCat Pearl Luminizer. There's certain things I like to use this one for, even though I feel like it's very white looking on my skin. Sometimes I think it looks really pretty, and if I'm ever doing makeup on someone that has extremely fair skin, this is a great product to use. I'm gonna get rid of the Persona Dream Stick highlighter. This is such a different formula. I kind of like it in the summertime, but it's not intense enough for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. Definitely keeping my Revlon, definitely keeping my Laura Mercier, keeping my Precious Petals. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is so old. This is the Physicians Formula one. Do you guys remember this from like 10 years ago? Time to say goodbye to this one. I'm gonna keep Zuma by Persona, although sadly, I don't think they make this anymore, which is tragic because this is one of the best highlighting formulas. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is the NYX Born to Glow. It wasn't bad, it's just not my favorite. I'm going to keep this one just because the packaging is so cute. This is a KKW Beauty highlighter. It's okay. I don't dislike it. Not a big Kim Kardashian fan, but I loved her packaging of her makeup. It's so nice. I think I'm sadly gonna get rid of this. I didn't think that I would because it's a Harry Potter themed product, but you guys, I don't think this is a great highlighting formula or color for me. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This is the BH Cosmetics Sunflex highlighter. I just got the wrong shade. This is too dark for me. This is the Beverly Hills is the name of the shade, I think. It's a little bit too dark and golden for my skin tone. I'm gonna keep my Nabla Amnesia. I'm gonna keep my Ofra Samantha March one. And I'm also, so this is the Honest Beauty one that I mentioned. Reminds me of the, it's kind of pretty, but it's very subtle. I'm gonna keep this one. I feel like I need more time with this one. I know I said that last time, but I don't think I've reached for it since that declutter, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Also keeping my MAC Double Gleam, one of my favorites. I'm gonna keep my Natasha Denona, even though it's kind of messy and broken and I almost never pull it out because it's like catastrophe every time I open it. It's really good. This is in the shade number 2. I think I'm gonna keep my Becca Opal sample. I'm gonna keep Flexitarian for now. I don't use this one very much anymore. It is a good highlighter. And then I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is from Milk Makeup. It's a really good highlighter. This is the Flex highlighter in Lit. Beautiful. They don't make this anymore though, and I don't need it. So I'll pass that one along as well. Okay, so that's much better. Here's what I got rid of. Not a ton, but looking a little bit better. Then mascaras. I have a lot of damage that I can do in here. There's a lot that I know have expired. I think all of my Tony Moly ones have expired. This used to be my very favorite mascara, you guys. This is my last one, but it's officially dried out, so time to get rid of those. My Butter London has officially dried out, and the last time I used this, you guys, it transferred up onto my eyelids, which it didn't do when it was brand new. I used to love this mascara. It makes my lashes look so amazing. They don't make it anymore though, so time to say goodbye. I'm also gonna say goodbye to this Ulta Beauty one. This is their Twisted Volume mascara. It was kind of gimmicky, but I actually liked the formula of this. I thought it did good things for my lashes, but it's kind of dried out now. I am going to get rid of this. This is the Peri Para Ink Black Cara Long Lash. This stuff is like cement on your eyelashes, so I don't recommend it if you don't want your eyelashes to fall out, because you can't even get it off with a makeup remover. Keep My Lash Princess is still good. My Lash and Roll, my Milani is still good. My Sky High is still good. This Perfect Curling Mascara, K-Beauty Mascara, this should still be good. I'm gonna keep my BH Cosmetics Bold Ego. Keeping my Lash It Loud. This Bye Bye Panda Eyes, I don't love this. I'm gonna keep it though. I wanna give it one more try now that I've had it for a while. Sometimes mascaras get a little bit better as they get older. Get rid of this old liner. I'm gonna get rid of this old liner. I'm gonna keep my Warrior mascara. Not my favorite, but sometimes I'll just throw this on if I'm not really going anywhere. Definitely keeping my Tower 28. I will be buying a new one of these pretty soon. This one's starting to dry out. This is probably my very favorite mascara. I keep all of these minis I think are still good. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of my Superhero. This one I've had for almost a year now. I think the last time I used this, it made my eyes water a bit, so this one's getting a little bit old. And as for everything else, I think we're still good. My Pat McGrath is still good. Got a Milani mini here I haven't opened yet. I've got actually a couple minis. I haven't opened my, actually I did open this one. I haven't opened my Bad Gal Bang, my Damn Girl mascara, or this one, the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. Have you guys tried these out? Which one should I open up in an upcoming video? I've got a brand new Milk and It Cosmetics I haven't opened yet, but that is going to be good for now. So this is everything, all of my declutters in round 1. Eyeshadow palettes are coming up in round 2, so keep an eye out for that soon. I've tallied everything up and there are 93 total items here. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it was a success, and I want to say there are still so many good makeup products here. Even though I'm decluttering something, a lot of this stuff I still like and would use if I did not have so much stuff. So hopefully someone else will be able to get some use out of some of these products, particularly the powdered products. Some of these liquid and lip products will probably end up in the trash, probably need to be thrown away, but hopefully some of these will find a good home and get some use from someone else. All right, that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little declutter. Stay tuned. I will be back very shortly with all of the eyeshadow palettes that I will be decluttering. So let that be some motivation. If you haven't subscribed, please do that before you leave, and I will see all of you very soon in my next video. Bye.